Okay, so I think around a couple of months ago, Salesforce went offline for a few hours. That causes a major disruptions for our organization because we have costs going in and we need to work on our CRM, which was not available because Salesforce were having some DNS issues, so to speak, what they announced, and they went offline for a few hours, not just a few minutes. So therefore, the whole organization was on halt. We can't do anything because our operation was totally dependent on Salesforce. Therefore, I created an initiative on what should we do when and if Salesforce went offline or has any interruptions, or God forbid are being attacked by any malicious attacker or whatever the cause is, right? Basically, they just went offline entirely or just for our org for that matter. So we need to be able to keep going. We need to be able to keep creating records and just move on. So there are a few options. You can actually create or develop something in-house to actually do data entry and do it with PHP, MySQL, things like that. But that's going to take so many development time and resources. So we eventually decided to use Zoho. Zoho, from my personal perspective so far, is basically a lighter version of Salesforce. It's pretty lightweight. So it doesn't have all the granular functionalities of what Salesforce can do, but it's good enough as a temporary CRM platform, at least for us, to keep on going so that when Salesforce is back online, we can sync everything back to Salesforce. So the option was develop everything in-house. So me, personally, will be able to develop something with PHP, MySQL, to create records when Salesforce went offline. But then I have to create a whole bunch of user interface, which is repetitive, right? Which I don't want to spend like weeks and months creating something that's already available out there. So let's go with something that's already available, which is at this point, Zoho is a good option. So I want to show you how that's happening. So it might help you if you want to have something not to back up your data, so to speak, but actually to have a working platform for your organization to keep on going, keep on operating during the Salesforce downtime. Hopefully there won't be many more of it in the future, but it still can happen. So to do that, I am syncing Salesforce data, the records, just the main one, the important one, contacts, accounts. I think that's basically it. So we can move whatever your organization is needing. But for us, we need to be able to access contacts and accounts to create new deals and new opportunities, so to speak, right? So we've used Skyvia here. This is Skyvia, which you can get it from skyvia.com. Is a data integration platform. So basically, we are using Skyvia to sync data from Salesforce to Zoho one way. So everything from Salesforce to Zoho is being synced daily one way. So accounts we sync, and then we also sync contacts. Oh, we also sync products, right? Products to Zoho as well, because we want to be able to access the latest products we have, which is thousands upon thousands of products, when Salesforce is offline. Okay, so basically that's the whole scenario. This can be done with your own organization as well. If you have on-staff, in-house Salesforce admin /developer, this can be integrated Well, not easily, but it can be done. So when Salesforce is offline, you can keep going. Salesforce rarely goes offline, but it happens. Okay. With that, I have also experienced Zoho, which it's limited, right? It's like I said, it's like a lighter version of Salesforce. If we are going to use this and ditch Salesforce, I don't think we want to do that, because there is so many basic functions that come out of the box in Salesforce that's not even available in Zoho. It's just a lighter version of it. So to put in an analogy, if I can properly give an analogy, I would think Zoho would be like a land transportation, like driving a truck maybe, right? A vehicle. While Salesforce would be more of an airplane, or a freight carrier, a ship, carrying 1,000 containers. What am I getting at? With Zoho, you can just have a driver's license and start driving, right? You can just drive on your own. It's geared towards small, medium businesses, I would say. With Salesforce, you can't. You have to have a licensed pilot or a captain of the ship and all the crews attending all this, to operate the entire ship. And also to fly the plane, you have to have the crews, the pilot, the co-pilot, the stewardess, and all the mechanics to maintain the airplanes. So that's my best analogy. There's a whole bunch of, controls that you need to understand. While with a car or a truck, you just drive it. You can just drive this Zoho. Well, you can just drive and get where you're getting at, right? And arrive at your destination. But that's like what my analogy is. So with Salesforce, you can do so many granular things. It's way much more powerful. Like a ship, it can carry 1,000 containers, but it's not so easy to operate. You need crews, you need captains, you need certified for pilots for an airplane. But anyways, that's just my brief overview. I've been working with Zoho for quite a while to develop our backup solution, not actually to back up the data, but a backup of a CRM. When Salesforce is offline, we can still keep going. So this brings all our contacts, accounts, and products into Zoho using Skyfia one way. So you import data from Salesforce into Zoho using Skyfia. Now you have your data in Zoho. You basically just map the fields, schedule your import to sync daily, just the newly created or the newly updated record yesterday, right? And then you just run it daily, and it'll just keep moving data every day. So in an instance, Salesforce is offline, you have an up-to-date data to operate on. Your staff can log into Zoho and start doing transactions. And then when Salesforce is back online, you're gonna sync everything back to Salesforce. Okay? So basically, this is what I do for our organization at least. So our records is available here. So say Jimmy calls and I want to give to my organization $1,000. So I'm gonna give they're creating a new opportunity, right? So Jimmy is available here in Zoho because it's synced the data every day. I'm gonna make a new opportunity giving for this month or whatever you want to subject it. And now you can see that my products is also available here. So my giving is this one. I'm gonna give maybe $200. Okay, and then I want to order a Bible, for example. I want to order Russian Bible. Look at that. So, well, this one is free. That's good. I want to get a free Russian Bible, and then the total is be $200. So with Zoho, I need to develop something outside of Zoho. So yeah, it depends. If you have something that's a bit complicated, I could not find a way to do it inside of Zoho, because it's, yeah, like I said, it doesn't have the, it just doesn't have the function or the capability for me to develop it in here. So if I'm gonna save this guy, save this opportunity, and then I'm gonna pay for the 200 bucks, right? I'm gonna click on here, and I created a link which basically pop up to my PHP application, which I developed to charge the payment. So if you see here, the opportunity has no transaction ID. Now I'm going to charge the card. This is still in a sandbox mode. So we are using Braintree as the payment. So now I'm going to pay for 200 bucks with my fake task card, right? And put the expiry date there is $200, and then next, and we are going to pay for this. Okay, so we can keep going. Say Salesforce is totally offline right now, so I can keep going. The organization can keep going and keep doing receiving phone calls, transactions is going to keep going even though Salesforce is totally offline, blacked out right now, right? For a few hours. We don't know how long. So it's offline. Now we can get the transaction, right? And we actually charge $200. And now this will get synced back to Salesforce whenever Salesforce is online. So I thought I want to share that with the world. So just in case you have a concern when Salesforce goes offline, it might happen again in the future, who knows? And you don't have anything to fall back to. You have the backup of the data, right? Using own backup, we're using own backup to back up our data. But can you operate? Or everybody is just sitting around. They can't do anything because Salesforce is offline. So you just go home. You can't do anything, right? But now, with this, at least we can do something. And when Salesforce is back online, we'll move all this data back. All the opportunities is going to be pushed back to Salesforce. That's it. I hope that's helpful. Bada bing, bada boom. Hit that subscribe button and explore new trailhead grounds and learn to implement the most useful and popular apps on the Salesforce App Exchange. And do yourself a favor, like this video, and you'll be surprised on how much more you understand when watching this same video after liking it. Don't take my word. Watch this one more time after you like the video and see it for yourself. Bada bing, bada boom.